Are you kidding me? Not only does this fifth wheel RV have this incredible bunk room that also doubles as an office, that is a really practical space, but it is also a very high quality fifth wheel RV that has basically everything you could ask for to live in full time or do extended camping, whatever you want to do. I mean, we are talking top of the line. So let's go take a look. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Myles with Firmly Unbound, and we are here today taking a look at this new 2025 DRV Mobile Suites Orlando. And this thing is an absolute behemoth of a fifth wheel RV. I mean, I am not kidding. This thing is incredibly massive. We're going to look at the specs real quick before we go inside, because you got to see how big this thing is. Fully loaded, this thing has a 24,000 pound max potential weight here. That's going to come with a 2,420 pound cargo carrying capacity. So unloaded, this is sitting already right at about, 2,200 pounds right there. So just absolutely insane on here. And then there are so many things about this Mobile Suites that really set it apart from other fifth wheel RV brands out there. We'll talk about a lot of this as we go inside. We have full body paint on the exterior here, so no sticker decals. You have really nice designs, like you have fiberglass that goes all the way down this whole portion right here, prepped to add a generator. You have disc brakes. You have a 15-inch frame on here that is a three-piece stacked steel subframe, independent suspension. I mean, so many things that you just do not see on almost any other fifth wheel RVs. Keypad entry as we walk inside. And then again, this is the DRV Mobile Suites Orlando. So we're going to go right inside and get in here, take a look. And of course, as always, would love to know your thoughts, what you think about this fifth wheel RV, both with the layout, the design, the colors, all of those things. But real quick, before we get into that, I want to let you know real fast, we are here at Blue Compass RV. Let me get the price out of the way. So this here is at their Dallas store. It's technically Mesquite, but right outside of Dallas, Texas. And you can see here the MSRP on this model is $271, and then they have it down to $184 for the sales price on here. This is a very expensive fifth wheel RV, and it is loaded with a ton of additional features. 101 inches wide. It has a 3¼ inch thick sidewall. That is going to be one of the thickest sidewalls you will find in a fifth wheel RV. And then it has soft touch ceilings on here. That's a feature that you typically see in motorhomes, and so much more. So if you are interested in this RV, there is a link down below in this video, in the comments and description, that will help you get started with finding a location nearest you, as Blue Compass has over 100 different stores across the United States to help you with finding your next RV. So the link is down below to help you out with that and get you started. And also down there is a link to the Firmly Unbound YouTube channel. Firmly Unbound is my own independent company, and that is something where it's kind of like a lifestyle. And I have been living these principles out of what it means to live firmly unbound, which you can learn more about on the Firmly Unbound YouTube channel, that have given me a life far beyond what I feel like I even deserve. And you can learn more about that by going to the Firmly Unbound YouTube channel. My goal with that is to hopefully help inspire and encourage you to live more firmly unbound, because I really want to see every one of you watching this live your best life. And these principles of living firmly unbound have really, like I said, just given me a life that is far beyond what I feel like I even deserve. So go check that out as well if you feel so inclined. And then I also have Firmly Unbound t-shirts that you can find on firmlyunbound.com. Okay, so as we come in here, the ceiling fan is on. That was giving me a nice little breeze right here. So I already like that. And there is just so much cool stuff in this fifth wheel RV. We'll start out with this living room area, but really the bunk room that we're about to go to here in just a second is the showstopper on this, the bunk room slash office. Now, there are various different interior color options with a DRV mobile suite. So this here, you are seeing their white cabinetry that you have paired up with a gray furniture color. If this is not your color or your preferred color palette, they do have other color options that you can get in a DRV mobile suite. You can get more of the dark brown, or like a lighter brown color, because the white definitely is going to be polarizing for some people. When you think about a camper, I mean, it definitely brightens things up and makes the space feel very large, but also it's very easy to get smudges and stuff like that on this white color. So those are all things to consider. Now, as we go through this space, everything in here is going to be pretty top notch. I'll be sure to point out things that I think they could have maybe improved on. But I mean, you have solid surface countertops in here. So this is going to be like a ceramic style material here. You have great lighting all throughout. So you can see the LED lights underneath there. You have your light fixture up over the island, and a pretty interesting layout in general here in this living area. Having this island here, you have slide outs on both sides, and then you kind of have this, different levels in pitch on the countertop space there. Like the countertop space that you get on both sides of this stove and oven. So you get usable countertop space on both sides, outlets up underneath here. You can see are underneath the cabinets. So you'll have outlets on both sides as well. You have your lights here, and then you have your window out here. Windows are dual pane insulated frameless windows. So getting dual pane windows on here. As I step back, pretty good walking space as well. You do have a little bit of an area sticking out there with the slide out, so just something kind of to be mindful of there. Definitely could see myself stubbing my toe on that, so that is something that's just a little bit of a, man, I wish that was maybe a little bit different, but that is just something to be mindful of. 50-inch screen Insignia TV, and then this does have a bunch of storage back behind it. So you have all that storage back behind there. And I believe this is a 50-inch. It's possible it could be a 55-inch. I don't know if they have the size back here. I've never looked at this back sticker on here. I don't know if it tells me. But we'll see it when we go up into the bedroom and we have the spec sheet in there. So I'll get that exact information. You do have an outlet back here so you can plug in things back into space, and then obviously your spot there to plug in the TV. So could put a game console or something like that behind here as well. And then you have storage space up through here, your sound controls, outlets up in this area. So all your sound controls will run through this panel there. And then if you want to do like a Winegard satellite, you have connections for that here. Soft close on these. Again, LED lighting up through here, really nice. You have lighting back behind here in the cabinet space, which is very nice. One point where I just feel like I wish it looked a little bit better, mostly in terms of maybe this is just something that kind of sticks out more with the white color. You can see here, I mean, this is just something that's really hard to get away from an RV design. But any of these spots where they're kind of taking two pieces of wood, putting this single piece over it to kind of mend over that seam, they're, nailing that in, and then with the nails they go over it with putty, because that's the only way that you can cover up that nail hole. And you can just kind of see those, a little bit more exposed in some areas on this fifth wheel that I also don't think would be as exposed if it wasn't for the white color. So I only point that out because that is something, if you're really particular about those things, I want you to know about. I had one really, really specific instance where I had a customer that had never had an RV before. This was like 3 years ago. Never had an RV before, didn't know what to expect with RVs, and had only seen video content online. And when they came to look at RVs, they were really, really disappointed to see little things like that, and it just completely turned them off. And I would imagine they probably never bought an RV to this day. So if you're somebody that is really disturbed by stuff like that, that's just something I like to point out, because if you can't live with it, you can't live with it. And there's nothing that I can do about it, so I'll just show it to you so you don't waste your time looking at something you can't live with. Storage space here around the fireplace. You have your fireplace here that is an electric heat source for you. And then as we come back this way, storage space here as well. And then you'll have a couple different color options on this fireplace. It's basically just an orange, a blue, and then an orange and blue flame. And those are 3 different color options on those. Again, electric heat source, so heat you can get without running the propane. Going into the kitchen space, just show you your storage real quick, and then we'll get out of this area. You have a drawer here. It does have really thick plywood drawer construction with kind of staple construction here. That is maybe one other area where I think this is a really good, thick, solid drawer construction, but it doesn't look as clean as some of those, finished off, wood or hardwood drawer constructions we've seen in a lot of other brands in 2025. Bigger drawers here. Have another third drawer there. You do have a dishwasher installed on this model. And let's see here. Get this unlocked. How do we unlock this? Oh boy, I forgot. I forgot how to unlock it. Well then, I haven't had this issue in a while, but I cannot figure out what I need to do to unlock this. If you know, let me know down below in the comments. It's been a while since I've been in an RV that has this brand of dishwasher in here, and I just do not remember what I'm supposed to do to unlock this thing. So if you remember, let me know. But nonetheless, you have a dishwasher there. Storage space down underneath here. And then you have, again, LED lighting underneath your island. Little bit of space for your feet under there. You have a huge stainless steel sink. This is definitely bigger than most sinks that you see in a fifth wheel RV. You have the drop down faucet here. And then underneath your island, you have a little pull out tray right there. So this will slide out. You have your plumbing underneath here. And then you're seeing light down under here because these lines go down into a pass-through storage compartment, or not pass-through storage compartment, but a storage compartment underneath the RV where I currently have the door open, which is why you are seeing light down through there. Has plastic fittings on all of your water lines, and then that's pretty much everything underneath there. Again, soft close cabinets on these. Turn around this way. You have your 4-burner gas stove, Insignia oven, and big space there to cook in. Up here, microwave and convection oven combination. Got some storage space up through here. Storage space on both sides of the microwave. And then a little bit of additional storage space here, kind of like a little coffee bar area that you're working with. And an outlet there as well. Then as we move across this way, you have the Insignia refrigerator. So going to be a residential style refrigerator. See, they still got all the packaging in there. They did just get this thing in here on the lot pretty recently. And then storage space down underneath here does have an ice maker with an ice holder right there, and more space in your freezer. Up here, nice big storage. Wow, that is huge. Up through there. Oh, wow, that's cool. So as soon as you open that, you can kind of see the mechanism. It allows these to just slide open. Once you open those, that's pretty neat. These are all made out of metal right there. That is nice. Drawer right here, and another same setup down through here. That's pretty cool. On your windows, you have wood framed windows, and you can see they are really nicely framed out. I mean, you have multiple layers here for your shades to kind of sit into. You have a day shade and you have a night shade. They're both MCD roller shades on these. You have lighting up above here, storage up here as well. And then these doors, these are not soft close, so they'll just kind of slam shut like so. Again, you have a soft touch ceiling panel in here, so that feels pretty nice. It's just a little thing that doesn't really make a huge difference, but does give it a little bit of a nicer look. And then here in your recliners, I was about to sit down in them and see how comfortable they are, but before I do that, you have the armrest that does flip up, so you get kind of like the, you know, cuddle when you love each other and get your separation when you're mad at each other kind of sofa set up here. And then you have outlets, USB ports in that spot with your cup holders. Pretty heavy duty feeling leather, like it has a bit more of a texture to it. It's not super smooth. It's not like it's rigid or anything either, but it just feels a little tough, which I think is good for longevity. Let's see what we got going on here. So you have a powered recliner, so you can see how that will come out with power there and then come back down here. So that's what your 2 buttons are there. And it looks like you also have an adjustable, yeah, there's basically comfort adjustments here on this headrest. I don't know exactly how that works. It looks like it should lock in place at certain areas. Oh yeah, there we go. This one here is kind of showing it. So it'll snap back, and then if you need it to, well, I was just messing with it and it worked. There we go. You kind of have to push it all the way back, and then it will have multiple different levels that it will click at. And then once you pull it all the way down, it will snap all the way back. Then you just have to make sure you push it all the way back so it kind of re-engages that locking mechanism. Now, when I sit down in here, furthest to the right, you can see the island really is not even in the way of the TV. It is obviously a communal area here. Great conversational seating that you have with, the seating arrangement here, and then people in the kitchen, so everybody can kind of converse freely here in this space. A little bit more firm on the cushions on here, which I personally like. You don't really sink into these super deep, so I think these will break in real nice over time. And then these are 2 recliners here as well that function the exact same as these 2 recliners here without the armrest. And then have a little bit more of a residential look with the legs on there and things like that. You can see there are floor vents here for the heating. So with this, you are going to see this in a lot of RVs that are designed to be more residential. This is more of a residential style heating where you're getting a direct heat source. There's no tubing that, air has to flow through and maneuver around. It's just a straight line of ducting. And then this also sends air into the underbelly as well, where your water tanks and water lines are. And I know this is something that concerns some people. It's the most efficient heating system that they can do, which is why they do it. But if like getting debris stuck down there and things like that are a serious concern for you, I would recommend maybe putting like a thin mesh piece underneath this register here to catch any of that stuff that still allows air to blow through, but it will catch any debris. That's kind of a workaround that you can do with that. But I do understand some people are just real adamant about no floor vents in the RV. And unfortunately, this one does have that. Another polarizing thing, let me get those over there so I don't forget them, is the carpet in the slide out. Now, again, this is something we see and sometimes in some more residential RVs. The carpet in the slide out is kind of a thing where it feels better on your bare feet or even like with socks on. So they still do it in some brands like this that are designed to be lived in more full time. But that is something, again, I understand not everybody loves, but this does have carpet here in the slide out portion underneath the sofa. Last couple things in this living area, you have a vent fan up over this space, and then you will have a vent fan under the microwave as well. Your ceiling fan, 3 ACs on this fifth wheel RV. All ACs have a heat pump on this model here that we're standing in. So that is really cool. That's another electric heat source for you where all 3 of the air conditioners have that heat pump built in. See your storage space through here. And then you have a Wi-Fi router already installed up there. So that's a WineGuard Wi-Fi router. Dual ducted ACs, so you can see the ducting going down this way and another vent there, so ducted going down that way. And then let's head up these steps here so you can kind of see the look up into the hallway. As we come this way, see all of your different controls here for this fifth wheel. Has manual switches, which is very nice, just easier to navigate and work on. You have some other switches down here for awnings and tank heaters. So you have 12-volt heat pads on all of your water tanks. You have your awning light switch, your fan controls, tankless on-demand water heater, all those different things. You have a hook here to hang some clothes in that space. And then as we go up this way, you have your grab handle right here. So you do have that grab handle. You have a safety light right there. This is like a woven PVC carpet material. So kind of like an outdoor carpet material there that's very easy to broom off. And as we step up here, you can see that bunk room we're going to get into in just a second. But first, you do have a half bath in this area. Now, in this half bath, this is where the washer and dryer are installed. So again, designed to be a full-time RV or a full-time living RV. You have this washer and dryer it already comes with. So love that. If you don't need these, you can take this out and you will get a ton of additional storage. And actually, most brands you will see do not come with a washer and dryer installed because some people would just prefer that additional storage space over the washer and dryer. In fact, kid you not, I was watching a YouTube video last night of an interview with people that full-time in an RV, and they said they prefer to go to a laundromat over using these smaller RV washer and dryers. And so they full-time in an RV and do not use a washer and dryer, get the additional storage space, and just go to a laundromat for laundry. So that's why you won't see a washer and dryer in a lot of RV models. You have big sink here, medicine cabinet storage, good lighting here. That lighting is going to be like in front of your face there when you're standing in that area. And this is, it looks like a porcelain sink or something along those lines, so not plastic. Good storage space underneath here, 2 drawers. And then your toilet is more of a, residential elongated toilet, still a foot flush toilet, but it has, the solid toilet seat. It's not plastic. And then it's a porcelain base underneath there. So really nice. You have your bigger max air vent fan up here in the bathroom. And then ceiling height in the shortest area. See here, I'm 6'2" with my shoes on. That is pretty dang impressive. I mean, that's at least probably about 6'4" to the shortest point in this fifth wheel, which is really, really good. And the other thing that's really impressive is when we get back to the main bathroom with the shower back there, you could be any height and fit in that shower. This is the perfect RV for someone that's like 6'7", 6'8", where you will be able to fit in the shower. But we'll get to that in a second. Turn the camera back around and look at this, y'all. This is one of the coolest bunk room office setups that I have seen. Look at all the storage that you get. You have bunk beds on both sides. Both bunk beds are in a slide out. Now, if you don't need the bunk beds, great place for additional storage that you can use as well, because you have this huge desk space right here. Could put a chair on either side of this desk, however you want that to be set up, giving you a really nice area to work. If you just have kids in here, a great area for them to do homeschooling, to do crafts, to do projects, anything like that. You have a pop-up outlet tower right here, so outlets and USB ports plus the USB Type-C connection. And then this is where we can look at a lot of the different stuff going on in this DRV Mobile Suites. So you have, and I'll try to talk about this as we go through it as well, but you have a 1/4-inch vapor core or a foam core vapor barrier. What this is if you've ever looked at RVs on like a cold, kind of dewy morning, a lot of times you'll be able to see the aluminum frame structures through, not through the wall, but like the condensation on the outside of the RV will kind of miss those frame structures. So it just gives it a weird look on the outside where you can see all the different frame pieces on your exterior fiberglass sidewalls. That 1/4-inch foam core vapor barrier prevents that from happening. So it won't ever look like that. Really nice, fully enclosed, insulated underbelly, so all your water tanks and water lines don't freeze. Frameless dual pane windows, already talked about all that. Trying to touch on the stuff I haven't talked about. H-rated tires, disc brakes on here, so not a drum brake. It has a disc brake on here, and that's a Kodiak disc brake. MORryde independent suspension system in that 15-inch triple stacked box tube frame, going to give you a much bigger frame. Some fifth wheel RVs have a 10-inch frame, some have a 12-inch frame, and then this one has a 15-inch frame. So very beefy there. You have a copper water manifold system. We'll take a look at that outside. You have sonar tank sensors on here. Built-in surge protector, that's a pretty big deal as well. Onboard power management system, one-touch auto leveling, on-demand water heater. 3¼ inch thick sidewall construction with Asdel components there in the sidewall. And then you have a 5/8 inch thick tongue and groove plywood flooring and a 1/2 inch tongue and groove plywood roof. So all those things there to talk about. Heat pumps on the ACs, prep to add a generator. So much, I mean, literally this thing is just loaded up to the max. It is very, very impressive. Last little bit of storage in this office space. You can see right here. I shouldn't say last little bit because we still have all this front storage as well. Also, every light area that you have for your ceiling lights will have these little twistable knobs right here. These are going to be dimmer switches for your lights. They can actually turn the lights all the way off and all the way back to full power there. You will have those in the living room as well. For each of your bunk beds, you're going to have storage space both above and below the bunk. So you can see that goes all the way through or all the way across. You have your window right there with your day and night shade. You have 4 drawers underneath the bed, and look at how big those drawers are. This is seriously an insane amount of storage. So you have the same setup here on the other bunk bed. So much room to walk around here as well. I mean, I do not feel smushed in here at all. You can see that there, that bunk bed. And then I'm actually going to set the camera up here so we can see how I fit in this bunk, because I do not know the length on it. So if I lay in here, oh my gosh, y'all, this is just fantastic. It's probably right at, oh my gosh, it's probably about 74, 75 inches long. So that would be about 6'2", 6'3", maybe 6'4" in length, even with my shoes on. I can fully lay out on this. Oh, I could easily sleep on this. It's a little bit more of a firm mattress, so I think that's good for like older age kids and grown adults. Not going to be super squishy and make it so that you're just feeling that flat board underneath. Gives you a little bit more of a support system underneath you. Obviously, you can always upgrade those if you would like. You have all the same storage over there. And then outlets for the bed areas. That is the one thing. Interesting. Not really seeing any outlets as I kind of move my head around in the bed area. Nothing underneath there. See, I guess your outlets are just here in the island space. You have an outlet down underneath there, and then your outlet tower right there. Another pull-out drawer over here. Very nice. But no outlets around the bed. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Doesn't look like there's any outlets under there either. Then you have your TV in here. This is another Insignia TV. This looks to be about a 32 or a 35-inch screen TV, maybe. Maybe a 40-inch. I don't know. Let me see if it says on here. Let's see. So okay, 55-inch screen TV in the living room. It is a LED HD smart TV. In fact, you know what? I think I just got a TV very similar to that. It's actually pretty good. And then this one is a 32-inch in the bedroom. Or no, in the bedroom it's a 32-inch, sorry. And here it does not say. This is bigger than a 32-inch for sure. So it's got to be more like a, I don't know, I'm always off on my TV sizes a little bit, but I feel like it's about a 42-inch screen TV or somewhere around that. Spot to hang clothes in here. Have that clothing rod. Ton of drawers. So you have 2 drawers there, 3 more smaller drawers here, and then all of the same storage along the other side. Ceiling height does condense down in here a little bit. I actually didn't realize that when I was talking about the doors, but you can see here at the very shortest point, my head is almost touching as there's just the ever so slight slant down here, and it gets to about 6'3" in height right there. But you can see that slant starts about right here, so anywhere past there is still very tall. And that's everything here in the bunk room. So very curious your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Also, as I walk through this fifth wheel RV, you should definitely know it just feels very solid. I mean, the stabilizer jacks aren't even all down here, and it still just feels very, very solid as you walk around. So I love that. King size bed in the bedroom. It has this motorhome style door here that it's right between those 2 door panels or wall panels there. So that's what the door looks like when it is closed. It does have a little bit of a gap over the top there. Push this down, that releases the door, and then it just slides back. Oh, it looks like it has multiple points that it will lock at right there. Then it will stay open like so. King size bed here in the bedroom. Great windows all the way around. Can see out into your campsite through this bedroom slide there. Have a little bit of extra storage here. Outlets here on the side. And the outlets do have a USB and USB Type-C connection on there. Love that. Those are a bit more expensive of an outlet and definitely prefer to see those. Again, dimmer switches on here. You have big storage up around through here. So that's all, connected through this whole space. Dimmer switches for each individual actually. So I just noticed that light was dimmed over that, what would be that person right there. And then as we turn around this way, tons of wardrobe storage. This is where your 32-inch screen Insignia TV is. And then as I go through some of this storage here, you have your clothing rod there, all of your pillows that it will come with. So nice decorative pillows. More storage space through here to hang your clothes. Storage space under the TV, put your Blu-ray player, put a game console, anything like that. And then you have more storage through here and storage space up there. These are all smart TVs though, so the likelihood of you needing those things, maybe not high, but then again, if you're out camping somewhere where you don't have Wi-Fi or something like that, good to have. 6 drawers underneath here, so you can see all that storage space. Definitely plenty to fit all your clothes, I would think. Dimmer light switches for your lights up in the ceiling. Just feels absolutely huge in here. And then we go back to this bathroom. Start with the shower. Fiberglass molded one-piece shower here. Plenty of ceiling height. I mean, there is basically no restrictions on that. It does have a height adjustable mounting point for the wand that is currently in the down position right there. But that wand will go up and sit in here and can be maneuvered around there. And then again, molded one-piece fiberglass shower, so no seams in this. You have a little seat here in the corner. You have a shelf here for soap, and then it's not even worth me getting into because as you can see, I mean, you can be over 7 feet tall and you'll still fit inside of that shower. Really nice looking lighting here in the bathroom. Try to get myself out of the mirror as best as possible, but great lighting through here. All of these lights have individual switches for them. So like that backlight or that backlight behind the mirror, and then your lights up above all have individual switches. Going to be great lighting for the ladies as well, as you have that light that will kind of sit not over your head, but in front of your face. So you get that good lighting just to see how you look for the day. You have bigger sink here again, just really nice looking, like a porcelain style sink. Storage on both sides of the mirror. Big storage up here, kind of tall to reach up into this space. So if you're under probably 5'11", 5'10", you might have a hard time reaching that. Storage space up through here. Always good to have a step stool in a fifth wheel RV, that's for sure. Even someone at my height definitely finds myself in situations where I would need a step stool. Two smaller drawers there, and then you have a little bit bigger drawer right here, a little shallow so they don't hit the toilet. This toilet is more of a round style toilet, foot flush porcelain with the solid toilet seat. Love all that. See all your light switches right here for everything. You have your tank levels right here, right next to the toilet. That's nice, so you can see it right there while you're using the toilet. Make sure you're good to go. Big window right here, letting in natural light when you want it. And then you have storage space underneath here, lighting underneath that with an LED light there, and then same storage here on the other side. So all around, I mean, this is just a one-of-a-kind fifth wheel RV. I haven't seen anything else out there in the market quite like it, both in terms of the floor plan layout, and there's also not much out there like it in terms of the overall construction quality that you get in a DRV mobile suite. There's stuff that's certainly close. You can definitely go custom with some other brands as well that wouldn't sell out of a dealership, but would be more of a custom product that would match something like this. But as far as something you can find at a dealership and having that serviceability that you get with a dealership, I mean, the DRV Mobile Suites is right up there with the best of the best brands that you're going to find. So that is everything on the inside. Let's go ahead and hop outside. Let me grab my sunglasses and my phone, and we are going to head on out and we'll take a look at some of the stuff going on outside for people that want to see that. If you're going to tune out of the video at this point, hopefully you haven't left already, but again, go check out Firmly Unbound here on YouTube. I'd love for you to check that out. And then if you're interested in this RV, there is a link down below in the description and comments where you can find Firmly Unbound, and also shopping tools there to help you get started with finding a location closest to you where you could find your next RV at. So use those tools down below. Now, with DRV Mobile Suites, lots of different color options. You can see all these mobile suites out here. This is one that they have in a different color option. This one has more of this, kind of lighter color option here. So different color options you can get it with. This one here at the Dallas store, this is what we're looking at. You have the MORI pin box up front, really huge front cap, LED lights up front here. And then this MORI pin box has these bushings in here that are going to absorb a lot of shock as you go up and down the road, brake and accelerate and things like that. Plus you have this solid fiberglass wall right here all the way down through this whole portion of the fifth wheel. Definitely a big deal having that. Much more strength. Prep to add a generator down underneath here, and it does come with batteries. So you already have 2 batteries installed on here with all of your power controls up in this area right there. It has a 1,000-watt inverter as well. Slam latch baggage doors. The stabilizers on this, they are bowed out ever so slightly, which is going to give it even more stability. So you can kind of see the bowing on this fifth wheel here, but bowed out ever so slightly on this, going to give it a really stable feel on there. And Mobile Suites is actually the brand that invented these stabilizer systems that we now see on basically every fifth wheel RV that uses a hydraulic auto leveling system. DRV Mobile Suites was the first one to implement that and kind of created it. So pretty cool. See, it looks like we have a gas line down underneath there. Come this way, you're going to have storage space through here. So this passes all the way through. Motion activated light right when we stuck our hand in there. This passes through to the other side. Has this rubber flooring in here and then panels that slide open. You can see here your heat ducting for the bedroom area up in this space. You also have your surge protector that is built in there as well. Really quick, easy access to the stuff behind here. Love that. Again, slam latch door on there. When you open this door here, you have a latch to hold that door open, a little stopper to make sure it doesn't hit your sidewall, outlets here. The MORI step above step. Let's check something on the step real quick. Not strut assisted. That is something that's a little surprising. So you will have to actually support the weight of this when you move it up and down, as they did not put a strut assist in there. Now, the reason they probably didn't do that is because that strut assist mechanism does take up room inside of the RV a little bit. So maybe that's why they chose not to go with it. Slide toppers on top of all of your slide outs. Very nice to have that. In addition to that, your awnings also have metal protectors over them. So let me get up on the step and you can see your awning right there has that metal guard on it. So that is really nice. When you retract it out, that is just going to roll out just like the awning normally would. You don't have to do anything with that. It just keeps your awning protected when it's in the in position. You have your Cooper Work Series H-rated tires, 17.5-inch wheel, And then the MORryde independent suspension system, pretty huge upgrade to have that MORryde independent suspension system. That is a very, very desirable thing to have, that people that have the money almost always choose to upgrade. Most people don't because it's very expensive. So really nice to see that standard. And then this is where you can see that 15-inch stacked frame here that you get from DRV Mobile Suites. So basically the best running gear system that you could ask for in a fifth wheel RV. Storage space down through here, more storage space down through here, and then let's get away from the generator. You have a molded fiberglass one-piece cap here, so no seams in this back cap. A little surprised that there's no ladder installed on here standard, so you do have to get a Lippert retractable ladder that would attach up into that post right there to get up onto the roof. But nonetheless, a beautiful looking rear cap. You have a 3,000-pound rated hitch here on the back that you can tow off of. A power cord reel right here. And it is a retractable power cord reel. And then you have storage space under there. You have pull valves for your black and gray tanks. As you can see, they dump out of right here from that bathroom area. You have cable-driven slides on your smaller slide-out boxes. And then on your larger slide-out boxes, these look like these are going to be a rack and pinion style slide, and I would guess those are hydraulic-driven on these slide-outs here. This is a panel to get back behind the refrigerator. And then coming this way, tankless on-demand water heater. Your water bay under here. I was going to say more storage, but your water bay down underneath here. Pretty clean and concise underneath there. Pretty simple as well. And then you do have an outdoor shower port or a spray port there. And then through here, you have this touchscreen control panel. This is going to be where your leveling system is all controlled right there. And then back through here, you have this water manifold system right there. So that is going to be where you can shut off water lines to individual components inside of your RV. So if you have a water leak, you don't have to shut off all your water to everything. You can just shut off to individual sources while you fix that leak. So very nice there as well. And then two 40-pound propane bottles. So getting a little bit more propane capacity than what you get normal or standard on a fifth wheel RV. And auto leveling right here as well. So you also have these auto leveling controls there too. And then that is pretty much everything on this fifth wheel RV. It is definitely a really spectacular, not only construction-wise fifth wheel RV, but the floor plan layout, pretty dang cool, one of a kind. Very curious your thoughts. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. And if there's anything I missed or any questions that you have, let me know as well. And that's all I got for y'all. If you're interested in this RV, there's a link down below in the comments and description of this video to get you started with finding a location close to you. And until next time, live firmly unbound.